Hey guys, it's Krishanti with Krishanti.com, bringing you weekly videos about psychic development and spiritual and personal growth. So if you like this topic, please subscribe and hit the like button. I do new videos every week and I would love to see you here. And this week's video is the first in a series about the chakras and how to balance and clear them using energy work. I recently made a video about the chakras in general, and I received a lot of requests about how to work with and clear the chakras with energy on your own. So that's what I'm going to start out doing here today. And before I get into it, if you're interested in all of this world of psychic development and everything, I have a whole treasure trove of resources at Krishanti.com. And there's a lot of free meditations you can try out and a lot of other different fun and interesting things to help you along your path of spiritual growth and psychic development. So let's get over to the chakras. One of my signature readings that I've done over the years is a chakra reading and healing. And clients just like that because it's very in-depth. A lot of information is locked in and stored within the chakras. Now, typically, when we think of chakras, we think of the 7 running along the governing meridian. So we have the crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart chakra, solar plexus, the sacral, and the root chakra. We also have other chakras though. There's many chakras like an antenna out above the crown. We have chakras in our hands, little hand chakras, and we have chakras in the soles of our feet. But for this series, I'm only going to talk about these 7 main ones that most of us are familiar with. Now, whenever I do a chakra reading and clearing on somebody, I start with the root chakra. So in this series, I'm going to talk to you first about the root chakra, which is at the base of the spine. Typically, it is a red color. Now, if you're working on how to, clearing the chakras on your own, there are a few different ways you can do it. Number one is you can just lie down and you can start working on each of your chakras. You can listen to a guided meditation. I have a chakra clearing and healing meditation on my website for $15. It's not that much and it's really powerful. But what you do want to make sure of is that you are in a quiet place where you won't be interrupted. And you can work on all the chakras in one go, or you can just work on one at a time. Now, ways in which you can tell that your root chakra is off or out of balance, this is at the base of your spine. Typically red is what we associate with it. It speaks to our groundedness, our survival, our ability to take care of ourselves, money, health, food, all of that stuff, root chakra. So if you're feeling ungrounded or scattered or like you're unable to generate income to make money, or you're just out of whack, you don't feel like survival is easy, you're struggling, if you're lethargic and tired, you're going to have some root chakra issues. So I'm going to show you a couple of ways, or tell you a couple of things you can do, a couple of ways you can clear it just with energy. One process that I thought was so cool, and I tried to find it in the book that I have, but I couldn't find the exact book to tell you. So I'll just tell you what I remember she was teaching in the book. So if you're lying down, you're working on a chakra, you imagine you're like opening it up by turning a dial counterclockwise. So counterclockwise, you open that chakra up. And then you just imagine negative energy draining out of it, just easily draining out. You could give it what we call a grounding cord. That's like a cord that plugs into the chakra and travels down to the earth, and you just release negative energy out into the earth. You don't have to see it. You don't have to get impressions of it. You can just hold a focused intent. Okay, counterclockwise, negative energy draining out. And then when that's done, it's important to fill that up with light energy. So just imagine the brightest light. Now, if you want to have fun, you can picture a red light, or you can picture like the light of God, like the most powerful light imaginable. just completely blasting into that chakra, filling it with light. And then you close it up by turning it clockwise. And you're done. That's a fun and easy technique. Now, a more clairvoyant way of doing it, and by clairvoyant I mean like a psychic reading, clairvoyant readings are also energy healing. So as I was saying before, when people come to me for chakra readings and healings, the clairvoyance does both. So get information and then do the healing. The way clairvoyance works is it works with what we call MEI pictures, mental emotional images, that are sort of like a part of the collective unconscious that we hold within us. So if you're going to work on healing your root chakra clairvoyantly, you do again want to sit down, be very, very quiet, focus on your root chakra. I would meditate first. So I have a free meditation that's really cool on my website. It's the grounding, centering, and running your own energy meditation. That is set up to get you into psychic mode, so it will help you be more clairvoyant. And then you journey. You do that meditation, and then you journey in within, and you imagine that you're engaging in your root chakra. I want you to really let your imagination go wild with this, because it's through the imagination that you see this clairvoyance and the psychic work comes. And what will happen is if you're really focused on that, you can say, okay, show me a picture of what's standing in the way of my root chakra functioning optimally. And then you'll probably see an image or something that may not make sense, or a color that doesn't look right, or something that's just like, what on earth is that? Whatever you get, if you get a feeling like you don't like that, immediately drain it out. And this, again, we're doing the draining thing. Or you can just blast it with energy. You can change the picture. In a chakra reading and healing that I do on a person, if I see an image I don't like in there, a negative image, I work with the image, I clear it, and then I create a new, wholesome, like really good image, a positive image. So then you replace, so you get rid of that image, you either drain it out, you can have a grounding cord here too, you can blow it up with light, or you can, well, I would say blow it up first and then put an image that will likely just come to you intuitively, that is more healthy and positive. And again, you just fill it with light, as much light as possible, like the most brilliant, brilliant light. It should be good to go. Now, another technique, a third technique that I find that I do actually with clients too, is asking your guides and angels to do the energy healing for you. So again, you would meditate, listen to that guided meditation I recommended, again, the free one, or something else that you know gets you into that deep, deep, deep altered state of mind. And then you call your guides around you and you say, please help me work to balance and heal this chakra. And just be open to what you sense and feel and go with the flow. The more out there and impractical it seems, the more incredibly psychic you're being. Psychic stuff doesn't make sense. If it's out there, it's out there for a reason, and it's so cool the way it works. So like, let the imagery flow, let yourself feel what you feel. You can call in specific angels or just call in all of them or the guides you know, or just the whole shebang if you want to, and just sit and be mindful and feel them working on you. And then when it's done, it'll be done. And I know that's a little bit vague, but if you are a serious meditator and you're familiar with these techniques already, I think you'll know what I'm talking about. I've been channeling for years and years and years. So now this experience of a guide coming to me and talking to me, or an angel doing a healing on me, is very familiar. But if you're just starting out, just keep practicing and you will get there. And I know this video is quite long, but I do want to give you one example before I wrap up of how I would do a clairvoyant healing on a client. There was a client I had who always got the chakra readings, or I still have her as a client, but she always gets the chakra readings. And in her root chakra, at one point when she was having trouble in her career, the imagery looked like kind of stressed out. She was in a shabby cabin, and she didn't want to be in that cabin. And she's like, oh, where's the money truck? You know, like, oh God, I can't do anything. Like, I don't even have any money to stockpile. That was a negative image. So with light, I sort of dissolved it, or you could call it, blasting it. You blow it up. That's a positive term in clairvoyance, blowing up a picture. So that picture was gone. And instead, I was like, what does she want? And you guys, this is so funny. It was like one of those Brinks security trucks backing up, like beep, 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 like open up, like full of money. That's like her money, like chock full of money. And she's getting all the money. She's like stacking it up. She earned it. She works hard, and she was happy. She's like, yes, okay, that's it. And then I just filled all that with light. And that was the healing. I know it sounds out there if you're not, used to this sort of thing, but I got to tell you something. After working together, she did her own work. She worked hard. She has natural talent. She worked spiritually on her own, and she worked with me. So after a few years, she got one of the biggest deals she's ever gotten in her life. Money deal, like big time, amazing contract with that kind of Brinks security truck money. So this stuff works. And I'm so happy to be here talking to you about it. If you have questions about the root chakra, please put them in the comments below. I want to hear your experiences. I think we all learn and grow hearing about what the rest of us are going through. Like, have you had a chakra clearing? Do you work with your chakras? What do you do? How do you feel about all of that, about the chakras, and what, I don't know, what does this all mean to you? What are you thinking about everything? So please put it in the comments below. And again, before I go, Krishanti.com. If you sign up for my mailing list, you'll get a free Release Your Blocks and Create the Life of Your Dreams audio course. So if you want to do that, head over to Krishanti.com. And that's all for this one. I'll see you next time with the second chakra. Okay, thanks.